Here, see, here we are now on the Business Center dashboard center page. Okay, where all the keys insights are displayed in one place. Now this dashboard can be customized according to each user profile. Like there can be many profiles, like the management, the supervisor, or the sales. So we can customize this as per the needs. Okay, depending, like it will be depending on the roles and requirements that the person has been assigned for. It provides This dashboard even provides a clear overview of all the activities without needing to navigate through multiple screens. That is the best thing about this screen. Okay. Within a single sign off, we can also access the Power BI app from where we can perform analytics and gain valuable insights. Next, we move to Power Platform. Here you can see on the left hand side here, you can see the wide range of Power applications are available. These applications are integrated well with business and analytics, helping streamline operations, support better decision making. Now, this report that you are seeing in front, this is a livestock report, which is being generated in Business Central, wherein you can see the number of livestock are there, the number of cows are there. It is showing you the count of buffaloes that are there on the farm at the moment, how many mortalities and milk production, so on and so forth. It describes the entire farm on a single dashboard. Now we will jump into how the purchase requisition will be created. Now in the list, the purchase requisition is being typed. Like, see, now this process begins when the farm raises a purchase requisition. Like the farmer, when he needs anything, or is there anything going short on the farm, he needs to request for that product. Okay. Once he identifies the products, he will go and order it. That means he will raise a purchase requisition, which will be submitted. And it will be submitted automatically to the user, and the purchase user will be notified according to it. Here you can see as like there is a livestock that has been purchased. That means a livestock was needed on the farm. So the farmer is producing a purchase requisition. Now at this stage, even you can see, you'll be able to see the co-pilot. Okay. At this stage, the co-pilot assesses the purchaser team to provide historic data, such as previous purchases, prices, details, vendor details, who had offered a best price for the same item last time when the same requisition was asked. Okay. This helps the purchaser even to make informed decisions quickly. Based on this information, the purchasing user can also proceed with the procurement if the organization follows a multiple level approval system. The requisition will go through the required approvals workflow before getting finally approved. Excuse me. After approvals, the purchaser can select like he can even select maybe one vendor or multiple vendors. But then, like if there is the vendor is there in the Business Central, it is fine. Otherwise, you can even add another new vendor from where now you are going to purchase the item.
So here we can see that through the single window, we can select the single vendor or the multiple vendors through the purchase requisition. And based on that, purchase order will gonna created automatically through the purchase requisition itself. The best part is whatever the, in case, let's say if we user may can attach the relevant supporting documents with the purchase requisition itself. Here we can see that whatever the relevant or supporting document may have to attach, that farm user may can attach the respective document with the particular purchase requisition. And once he will complete with all the activity, then he will just have to create a purchase order. And now, once the purchase order has been created, let's move on a purchase order list. So from here itself, we can check how many purchase order has been created. So we have plugged with the only one vendor. So this is the purchase order. Once the purchase order will automatically get generated, purchaser may can review and update it by adding the relevant terms and condition, as well as defining the applicable payment terms against that purchase order. Okay, so here we can see that the purchase of a requisition has been raised for a particular livestock as the cow, and the order has been created. Here we can see then the purchase line. The 13 quantity has been ordered to respective vendor. If an approval process is required on a purchase order, can also follow an approval workflow. This workflow may can configure as either single level or multiple level, depending on the organizational needs. Also, approval can be managed based on the specific criteria, such as document type, order value, providing full flexibility in the approval processes. We can define the workflow as per the order based on order value. In the same time, we'll have the delegation process in case of if that document has to be delegated to different user, that may can possible. Once the purchase order is finalized and it's shared with the respective vendor, the vendor then supply that required livestock at organization premises. Then the user will have to definitely record the purchase receipt. Sorry. And this is the purchase receipt document. We may can also say the goods receipt note. Once the GRN has been done, that stock will be received at the centralized warehouse location. So process begin when farmer raise their purchase requisition to required livestock. Once they will fill all the required detail like the urgency of the purchase requisitions and what kind of the stock they are looking for. For an example, they are looking for cow. So once that farm user may define all the required detail on the purchase requisition, and he will submit the same purchase requisition to the purchaser. And once that PR will submitted, the purchaser user will automatically get notified over the email or through their notification dashboard. In this stage, Copilot assists the purchasing team by providing the historical data of respective livestock or the inventoriable item. such as previous purchases, what was the last cost of that item that has been procured, details of the vendor who have offered the best price for the same item in the past. Based on such information has been provided by the Copilot AI tool, the purchaser will make a decision to whom to buy. Then he will select the vendor within the same screen. And he will generate the purchase order directly from the purchase requisition. Once the purchase order is automatically generated, the purchaser can review and update it by adding the relevant terms and conditions and other respective details like payment terms. Based on this information, purchasing user can proceed with the procurement. If the organization follow the approval workflow here, then system allow to do the approval on a purchase order as well, whether it's a single approval or the multiple approval. And if order has been tagged with the approval workflow, then approver will have to approve the purchase order. Here we can see that the approval setups are there. For example, here you can see that based on the document type, we can do the purchase approval. We can also do the value based, document based the approval. So once that purchase order has been approved, sorry, purchaser can send that order to the to respective vendor for the procurement. And once vendor has supplied the required livestock or farm related stock, upon receiving the goods at organization premises, the user record the GRN against that particular purchase order. This confirms the order stock, whether livestock or other inventory has been received at centralized warehouse location. So in our demonstration, as we have started with the livestock process, and in most of organization, livestock accounting is aligned with the IFRS compliances. Under IFRS compliances, these livestock assets are treated under the BBA asset. So here you can see that once we have received that livestock, system is automatically transferred that stock livestock into the BBA asset. And the fair value, acquisition cost, everything will gonna calculated within that BBA ledger. Here we can see that the acquisition cost is coming. The fair value change. Fair value change is whether we are doing the fair value calculation of our BB asset on a monthly basis, quarterly or yearly basis. The fair value is calculated based on the present value of that particular BBA, and system will also help us by automating the tracking and calculating these components, ensuring the accuracy of those value of BBA. And overall, this ensure that our financial reporting remains transparent and fully aligned with the IFRS standards. So once we have complete and received the animal at our farm location, then we will start the farm operation at our NAP farm ISB solution.